If you've been bumper to bumper in New Jersey lately, don't blame the little old lady driving in front of you, because new documents are out that reveal a high-ranking official in Chris Christie's administration knew that traffic congestion around the George Washington Bridge was bad long before he authorised an unnecessary study that closed down access lanes to the bridge, causing major backups that lasted hours. Back in 2010, Fort Lee Mayor Mark Sokolich, a Democrat, wrote to the head of the Port Authority saying, "On approximately 20 occasions in the last 40 days, our borough has been completely gridlocked. Travelling from the south to the north end of our borough takes upwards of 1 hour. Our safety vehicles are unable to traverse our own thoroughfares to attend to emergencies, which place our residents in harm's way." But the Christie administration went ahead and shut down the lanes anyway after Sokolich refused to endorse Christie's re-election bid. Zach, is there any there? Is there a here, or does this smack of political posturing to you?
I think this is incredibly weird, and the fact that the Christie administration still has not been able to come up with a coherent explanation for why these lanes were closed, I think suggests that there is a there. I mean, when you see Chris Christie try to shrug this stuff off by saying, I know you guys are obsessed with it, but I just don't really care that much. Well, the first explanation was that they needed to do a traffic study, and now it's clear that they knew that there would be an enormous amount of trouble from closing down lanes before they would implement any kind of study, and they have acknowledged that they didn't clear the idea for doing any kind of study with economists or traffic experts or anybody before just shutting down these lanes. It just strikes me as an awfully bizarre thing. And I don't think it's an accident that the people in the Christie administration who are directly responsible for this have resigned and hired lawyers. That's not indicative of guilt or anything, but it's certainly the fact that the Christie administration can't come up with a decent explanation shows at bare minimum total incompetence, just rampant incompetence, or an actual act of bizarre political payback where they're punishing their constituents for their mayor's decision not to endorse the governor.
Well, it's one of my basic rules of thumb in politics that when you have two competing explanations, one of which is gross incompetence and the other of which is masterful conspiracy, usually go with the former. So I don't know. I mean, I understand that people are saying that this traffic study was unnecessary, but it's also entirely possible that someone was just like, oh, we need to do this traffic study. And then they're like, yeah, it's going to shut down some lanes, though. And they're like, well, we need to do the study. And then it just kind of gets signed off on accidentally. I mean, maybe I'm too naive and I'm giving Christie too much of the benefit of the doubt, but that seems entirely plausible to me.
I think that the damning stuff that's been in these reports is sourced anonymously. So that's the most controversial aspect of this stuff. I mean, there are people from the Christie administration saying, off the record, not having their name included in these New Jersey papers, that the administration intentionally kept these traffic plans secret from Fort Lee, from the traffic cops there, from traffic authorities, which seems to indicate that this was some sort of ambush. But that stuff again is not sourced on the record. So if it's true, then I think that's really problematic for Christie.